Paulie has a philosophy here. He's not sure if he wants to share it with us on how to fill out the brackets, and you would pretty much guarantee you'll win?
Well,
is it foolproof?
No, it's a gamble. It's a calculated gamble on how to win your brackets this year. I have a general philosophy for the bracket contest. Don't take too many risks, but you have to take a few. But you have to have the winning team to win almost any bracket contest. You have to have the winning team, obviously.
Yeah.
Now, this year, I'm picking a team that I don't actually think is going to win the national title to win the national title, which is weird. Because I think that North Carolina is going to win the national title. Okay. But I'm not picking North Carolina.
Okay.
I'm picking the University of Virginia. Because the University of Virginia right now is damaged goods for bracket people. After the UMBC loss last year, nobody's picking Virginia to go deep in the tournament. Okay. That said, I'm guessing in our tournament bracket and anyone's tournament bracket, not that many people are going to pick Virginia, which is still a 1 seed, and they're letting last year's result affect this year's pick, which shouldn't happen. It's on its own. So you're getting Virginia at a bargain because most of the people, I'm guessing, in our bracket contest are going to go Duke, North Carolina, Gonzaga, etc., and look away from Virginia. So you could be on an island and have Virginia, and if they somehow come through, like always, you'll be one of the few people that has them. So you're almost guaranteed to win your tournament, your bracket.
Even though you're not picking them to win.
I am picking them to win in my bracket. I don't think they're going to win.
Oh, okay.
I look at them as a value pick.
Okay.
What do you think of that strategy? And I'm going with Virginia, even though I like North Carolina to win it.
I don't have any strategy. None.
But I'd look at this year, like 1 seeds are usually equally distributed amongst the brackets.
Yeah.
This year, Virginia is, again, damaged goods. And I would say no one, but they're way down on the depth chart of teams being picked.
Yes, McLevin.
I understand Paul's contrarian theory, but I think you need a bigger pool to really play that because you could win with the North Carolina. You could win our bracket with the North Carolina because it's only about 50 people. If you're playing in a $50,000 bracket, 50,000 person bracket, then risk really pays off. So I guess it's like in a bigger field. Like last year, I think, was it Villanova? Yeah, like 4 Villanovas in our celebrity bracket challenge. So you have 1 in 4 chance. Say North Carolina wins, you have a 1 in 10 chance, maybe.
Has anybody filled out their bracket yet? Fritzy, you have?
I did.
Okay. How far do you have Virginia going?
I have Virginia in the Final Four.
Nope. Uh-oh, Paulie.
But he hasn't bound out.
Got to tell you, the general rule, there's one dominant Danette in the brackets, and it is definitely Todd Fritz. There's none of us ever come close.
Well, because Fritzy picks he's not a risky picker. He almost always goes chalk most of the way. His demeanor is perfect for his bracket. He doesn't like to take risks. And so he always is in the upper echelon of the bracket.
Well, there are 2 different ways to look at this because I'm rooting for upsets. Like I like when it's chaos because then it's fun. You know, everybody gets nervous when you get to the Elite Eight, like, oh, no, I don't want Florida State in there. And I'm thinking, okay, you get on a run at the right time. That's the way the tournament is set up. Whether you like it or not, whether you know Florida State or some of these other teams that you throw out, Texas Tech, I like a little bit of chaos there. It always feels like there's a reset button that's hit when you get to the Elite Eight, and you might have one outlier, and everybody else, you sort of go, okay, you got 2 1s, you got a 2, and you got a 6. You know, something like that. But that's what the tournament is. It's rare when we have a national champion. When's the last time you said they shouldn't have won it? Like, it's rare. Because you're watching and you're going, okay, they survived. They won 6 games. I mean, you can go back to Shabazz Napier in UConn, and you might go, all right, not the best team in basketball. Who saw them coming? But they end up winning the national championship. But it's rare when you go, that team. You might look back at NC State. And NC State, if they're, if we were playing by today's rules, NC State would not beat Houston. But Jim Valvano was a brilliant coach and out-coached Guy Lewis and beat Houston, an extremely talented team. But what he did when he did it, you're looking at them going, they weren't even the best team in the ACC, but they ended up winning. Villanova, you could look at when they beat Georgetown back in the mid-'80s and say, well, they weren't the first or second, third best team. But at the right time, doing the right things, and it's all about matchups when you get to the tournament. And Villanova had faced Georgetown twice previously, and those games were close. that's why I argue it's not one of the greatest upsets of all time. It is for those who don't follow basketball and understand. I think they lost by 1 and maybe 6 or 7 in the other game against Georgetown. So they were in it and had a very balanced team and a very good coach in Raleigh Massimino. So when it comes to if Virginia wins the tournament, are we going to say, well, they weren't that great? They've been great.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.